What's up, everybody? Phillip Siddiq, the Phillip Siddiq Show. It is finally a little warmer day in Oakland, California, so I'm here to bring you Black Panther. I know you guys have seen it. If you haven't, get your butts in the seats. Go out and check it out. Black Panther has officially crossed the $1 billion mark. $1 billion mark. First time a movie with a black lead, Chadwick Boseman, made that much money. I think before that it was Vin Diesel who had that crown, but Chadwick Boseman and Black Panther, incredible. $1 billion mark. They hit it. Now, I'm going to give you first my opinion about the film, and then we'll go into the numbers and other things that they may not have been tracking. But I mean, it was just, I guess, from beginning to end, I enjoyed it. Some people said it wasn't enough action in the movie for them, but they were building up Wakanda. They had to build up that world so we, as strangers, could walk in and look at it. They had the mix of the technical and the cultural, which I appreciated oh so much. And I went about maybe 4 times, I think. First time was at a press screening. I took my baby sister, Julie. Shout out to my baby sister. And it was so funny because it started the movie 1992, Oakland, California, the city that I live in, have been living in for what? Let's say a long time. And they had that Too Short beat in there. It was so hilarious because some of the media, they had never heard of Too Short. So my sister and I going boom, 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 boom. Hey, short dog in the house. So some of them looked back at us and like, you know, they didn't know, but we knew. So Ryan, man, you put it down for the music selection. Even my mama, she went with the hubby. They liked the musical selection. The opening scene when they showed the history of the world, the slavery, the world wars, all that was so well done, breathtaking. And to see how it progressed all through the movie, it was incredible. As I said, then the next time I went with my niece, I took her. It was on the opening event night. That was a great night too, even though I had someone next to me elbowing me, asking me about, quote, who these people and all this other kind of stuff. We'll get to that later. First, let's go through some of the numbers. Okay, my opinion about why I believe Black Panther did $1 billion. I believe it will do 1.5. No one saw this coming. You have people now saying they saw it coming. They didn't see it coming. I would think one of the reasons, Marvel has an ecosystem. They have films that have all made their money back. Maybe not as big, but they all made their money back. The other thing was, what I would suggest about Black Panther, see Civil War. Because when we heard Civil War was coming out, they were going to show a little bit of the Black Panther and then Spider-Man. Now, everyone was excited, but we've all seen about 3 or 4 iterations of Spider-Man. We had never seen the Black Panther. When I first heard about the Black Panther, I was at the Big Wild Comic Fest. There were 2 people cosplaying. He was Craven. He was Black Panther. I didn't know who the cat was. I'd never heard of Black Panther. They were like, I said, okay, I know you're Craven, the hunter. Who are you? He said, Black Panther. I said, who? Who's Black Panther? He said, brother, you don't know? I says, no. Then he told me about Wakanda. And he said, look at the comic books and check it out. I did. But then, as you know, you get busy, you put things in the back of your head. And then I heard the rumblings that the Black Panther may be making an appearance in Civil War, which I've been following, you know, for all the Marvel films. I've seen all of them. And his performance was, I think, one of the most talked about in the film, at least for us. Rent Civil War, please. If you haven't seen it, marketing. Brilliant. I'm telling you, they marketed the out of this film. I mean, they sent actors all over. I've met some actors before, but I have never seen marketing so much. I mean, they had the lady power going on, you know, and then the men, the kings, of course. The women were fighting under the king, of course. But they sent them to different places. I think South Korea, I think Nigeria, Kenya, of course, the United States. They worked their butts off. And they even went to small cities and surprised people at the screenings. And I heard Ryan went to Emeryville. Boy, I interviewed you before, man. You could at least drop Siddiq a little love, okay? I interviewed you before, my friend. But anyway, I mean, and they've been on social media, all that. They've been on the talk shows. I had never seen so much marketing for a film, but it was well worth. A lot of films come out with a lot of hype, and that's about all they are, just a lot of hype. But this one, it met all the expectations. It really did. Shuri. If you don't know, she is as smart or smarter than Tony Stark. He is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's like one of the brains of the outfits of all the Avengers and everything else. She's like, I think, one step below or one step up. At the end of Civil War, you see, quote, the white guy with new arm. They're freezing him. That's Bucky. That's Captain America's friend. So, see Civil War, Captain America, the first Avenger. Then you can see the relationship between Cap and Bucky. Then see the Winter Soldier. And then you can see what's happened to Bucky. Civil War. And now you've seen Black Panther. And at the two credit scenes, which some of you, I don't understand. You're still leaving the film early. I don't get it. I really don't. Some of you first timers understand. You've never been to a comic book film, so you don't understand it. Please stay. It can only help you out. Please stay. Stan Lee. He made that, I'll keep all the chips. Some folks were talking about that. Well, Stan Lee, and if I'm correct, Jack Kirby, they created the character Black Panther in the 60s. I understand it was your first go around. You don't know that, but research it yourself. So the next time you think white privilege, well, kind of back up a little bit, just a wee bit. International appeal. It just made, I think, 66.5 million in China. And to reach 1 billion, it didn't need that because everywhere else the money was rolling in. But hey, you can never have too much money. So China, push it to 1.5 billion, please. The marketing, back to marketing. I'm just going to step off camera for a minute. This is what we got for the Marvel fan night, Black Panther. You see that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See that? I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's marketing. That is top-notch marketing. And plus, you hear it? It's not cardboard. It's plastic, which means it will last. We also got a coin, which I couldn't bring on the air because it's in a stash somewhere. They also gave us this particular cup, and it has all these designs on it. These Wakandan designs. They have the Black Panther here. You have Killmonger here. I mean, they worked it, and it was worth every penny. One last thing. My sister, she does a lot of internet stuff, so we're in the neighborhood that I grew up in Oakland. I'm going to name drop some people, okay? This is the neighborhood we grew up in. Della and Glenn lived down the street that way. There was Jamie and Whitney on this side of the street, too. There was Noonie, Terrence and Noonie down the street. Back behind me, there were the Currys. They lived here. The McHenrys, they lived across the street. Back that side, it was the Clarks. It was Walter, Karen, and Wanda. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. But there's other people who lived on this street too. I'm not going to show it to you. But let me put it this way. A very famous director, his first billion-dollar film. Yeah, his pops lived here too. And we all grew up together on this side. So I gotta say, dude, shout out to Oakland. Man, it was just to have my sisters find that out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. We all grew up together. We had clubhouses. We did a lot of kid stuff. So that's all. But am I gonna go see Black Panther again? Yeah, I am, because there was just so much in it. And remember, Infinity Wars is coming out too. And Black Panther is a lead-in to Infinity Wars. So some of you, if you haven't seen any, quote, comic book films, go out. See them. You'll enjoy them. Because now comic books, quote, what are they saying? They're not just for kids anymore. They're for all of us. Oh, Music. Kendrick Lamar, curator for all the music. I mean, and look, when you got my mama and her husband liking the soundtrack of Black Panther, their quote, maybe not in that demographic, but they put it down. Bravo. Cap off to all you guys. So I'm out of here. I will see you guys on the next episode of the Phillip Siddiq show, all right?